Hello everyone. So, no stream on Tuesday, but a stream on Thursday, just putting that out there. But today we're doing another SSO stream, typical Wednesday SSO stream. It's been a while, but I am joined by Spider today.
Hi.
Oh my god, Discord made you cut out. Say that again.
Hi.
They went hot.
Help, I'm being held hostage.
No, you are not. You can literally pick to leave right now and I would not care. You shut up.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Oh, you actually logged off. Well, we're gonna have to wait for her butt to get back on now.
Well, you can explain what we're doing today.
I think I kind of already did, and I think the title does that enough, but okay.
Yeah, you know what? Extra explanation doesn't hurt nobody. Where'd
True.
my spoon go? There it is.
I have my own spoons.
Huh.
But that's because I feel a lot more comfortable eating from plastic spoons instead of metal spoons.
Ah.
Metal gives me, and this is going to be so weird to explain, metal gives me a tingly, vibrating teeth feeling when I eat on metal.
Fair enough.
And it's really uncomfortable, so I don't eat.
Makes sense.
Either that, or when I do eat on metal, spoons, forks, anything like that, the only thing touching the actual silverware is my lips. I will not have my teeth touch it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Invite me to the group.
I don't know. Do I want to invite you to the group?
I don't know, I'll leave you to stream alone.
You would, honestly. But today I am going to be, because this bitch already did it, I'm going to be getting the 2 new horses plus the pets. I am going to say now you can suggest names, but I'd like to name my own horses. Unless, like, a name you suggest sounds really good, so I'm just giving you a heads up. Other than that, right after I get the horses, I'm going to find an attack outfit for them, and we're going to train one of them, or at least I am. She's going to train her Appaloosa, I think.
Yeah.
Level 7 Appaloosa.
Yeah.
And I literally got this horse just for stream. Because it would have been awkward to grab my Hanoverian out for stream when we are working with a Percheron and a Marwari. Or no, yeah. Yeah, Marwari. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. I love how these two are still here. I literally have a video of me showing them off. That video is so bad, and that's back when I didn't stream. Alright. Who am I gonna get first? Choices. What?
Flip a coin.
I'm gonna go for the Birkir. The birch horse.
The Burk.
I love his natural color, though.
Right. Like, they look great, don't get me wrong. But I think I enjoy their, like, normal coats better.
Birch bug. Nope. I am never naming a horse bug. If you could actually name a horse birch tree, that'd be funny.
Right.
Oh, you can. You can literally call him a birch tree.
I named mine Birch Leaf, so it's not that far off.
But it has to relate to his color name and his pattern that he has. Ooh. Wait, can I do this? Ooh, I have a name idea.
Ah.
Here we go. That. And... Beep, beep, beep. O, B, L, B, E. There you go. You mean Birch is not a second name option? That's stupid, game. SSO, get your names right. Why can't Birch be a second name? God, it would have been so cool to name this horse Twilight Birch.
Oh, that would have been pretty.
Yeah. I mean, he's technically going to be a boy, not a mare, but still. It would have been nice to do that, because that just would have made him look cool. Fit his common name, or his common color, and then his magical color. Now I need to find something else. I mean, I can call him Birch Twilight, but that doesn't sound right to me. Birch a zombie. Birchie, I could call him literally Birchie.
That's really cute.
Birch Willow. Birch Wand. I would totally name this horse Birch Wand to call him Wizard for short. You're a wizard, Harry. I don't know what to name this horse. Because I want something to fit him. I'm struggling. Birch Stallion. No, I'm not calling you Birch Stallion. Birch Silence. Shimmer. Birch Shadow. Ooh, Birch Scroll sounds pretty cool. Birch Respect. What if somebody just straight up named their horse Respect? I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I mean, it's probably out there.
Somewhere, yeah. Birch Purpose.
Oh, that's cute.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna call him Birch Tree. I know it's a simple name and it's not really unique, but... And probably everybody's gonna be naming their horse that, but...
Introducing Birch Tree and Birch Leaf.
Alright, I got him.
Nice.
There was just nothing else other than Twilight that seemed to fit him. If they had freaking Birch as a second name, his name would have been Birch Twilight. If SSO ends up changing that and Birch ends up being in the second name in the time frame of a week, and if we get to change your horse's names for free then I'm definitely going to change his name. But for now, it's just Birch Tree.
Birch Tree.
Now, I already named my older one Cherry Blossom, so I can't name you that. I love how she is a brindle Dunskin, or Doonskin.
Oh, right.
She's really pretty.
Oh yeah, I love her normal coat.
Now, I want to make it a mare, but now I'm having second thoughts.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
What are you doing?
One of my neighbors is walking their dog, and he's still pretty young. So he just freaked out over seeing another dog.
He's like, oh my god, there's other ones like me.
Yeah.
I love the name dog. Nebula. Nebula's really cute.
That would work.
Hmm?
Hmm?
You were saying something.
I was just gonna say, Nebula would work on, like, a darker horse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like a black horse or something.
Yeah, like, that's definitely, like, save that name for, like, the next,
Nugget!
Black...
Oh my god, I can call her Nugget!
Nugget!
Oh, that's so cute. I want to call her Nugget, but I feel like Nugget would be for a smaller horse.
Yeah, that would be like a Gotland or something like that.
I don't have the buckskin Gotland yet, so if I plan on getting that one, I'm definitely naming it Nugget. Onion? Somebody's probably got their horse's name Onion.
I mean, I can't talk. I have the white Percheron is named Milk.
I
named
know,
it
but I
Milk.
guarantee you the person that named their horse Onion likes onions. Either that or they named the horse that they hate, but because they were challenged to get it, they got it. They named the horse they hate Onion because they hate onions. I don't know, it can go either way.
Mm,
Ooh, Phoenix
that
is
it
a
can.
pretty cute name. Too bad you're not a chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
And too bad you're a mayor, or else I would have named you Pirate something. There's a name called Purpur.
Purper.
Purpur.
Purper block.
Quill. Or Quail, not Quill. I was gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna name one of my horses all over Queen. But nope. Maybe one day. Ruby, you're not really Ruby. You are literally pink and fucking purple. I think her eyes are pink, right? I don't think they're purple.
They're like a mix.
Magenta, then?
Ooh, that would work.
I don't know if that's a name.
Yeah, she's got like a gradient of like purple to pink in her eye.
No.
You could
There's
technically,
marzipan and maroon.
you could, if moss is a thing, you could do something with moss because she's got moss on her.
She does?
Yeah, the little like, I'm assuming it's like moss or whatever grows on trees.
Yeah, that's gotta be moss.
So you could do something with like moss.
But that
or
wouldn't
something.
fit her.
Technically it does.
It fits the moss meaning, but like I don't think it fits her. My horses, every single one of my horses have a personality. And like a story and everything that I put together for them the moment I get them. And I think that's like the big differentiating part between me and you.
That is true.
I put a lot of time and effort into my horses, and you're just in there like, oh, I'm gonna call it Milk.
I mean, honestly, I think I want to send you the list of all my horses I have just so you can go through and pick out names.
Honestly? Yeah. Alright, you know what? We're gonna call you Cherry something. Can we do that? Yes. So Cherry.
Like Cherry Tree.
Cherry Rebel. I'm not gonna call her Cherry Tree because that's basically what I called the last one.
Birch Tree and Cherry Tree.
No,
Why
I'm not
not?
calling her that. That's too simple. I'm gonna at least try for her. God, most of this stream is just gonna be me struggling to pick a fucking name. Oh, somebody's talking in chat.
Hello?
They said hello to me. It's a I, not a Y, by the way. I'm hoping that's just a typo. But they said hi.
Hello.
Do I like the Birkir? Melanie, please. I don't know if they want to be called Melanie or they are asking for a horse's name to be Melanie. I don't know. But, yes, I do like them. I really like their natural colors more than their magical. But that's because I'm pretty boring when it comes to horses like this. I like the natural looking fancy colors. I mean, they're pretty, their colors, like their power ones, the Pandorian form is what I call it. They're really good and really well detailed. It's just not a horse that I would particularly make. Too bad you're not a black horse, or I'll call you Cherry Twilight. That would be so cute.
Cherry Pie.
I'm not calling her Cherry Pie. I mean, it's not bad, and it would fit a buckskin horse like this, but no.
Let's see. Cherry. Cherry Blood.
Ooh. Maybe. Cherry Respect. Respect the cherries.
You can name her Cherry Fruit.
Oh, wow. Is cherry technically a fruit? I don't know if it's a fruit.
I'm pretty sure it's a fruit.
Cherry quiver. Quiver is the part of an arrow, right? Not like shiver quiver. Unless they mean it by the shiver.
They can technically. The quiver is where you keep the arrows.
Okay.
Cherry gum.
No, I'm not calling her cherry gum. Cherry penguin.
Cherry honey's pretty.
Cherry paladin, maybe.
Cherry
octopus.
Cherry kid.
Ooh, cherry oak. But then that'd make you sound like a fucking boy. No, I don't want that, no. I'm half tempted just to go cherry nugget.
Cherry lime.
Wait.
Cherry lush.
Can I do that? Can I do this?
Cherry maze. Cherry meadow.
I love how you're still suggesting names.
I'm just kind of testing them out. Cherry moon.
Oh my god, yes. I figured out a name.
You could have named the birch horse. Hold on, let me reset. You could have named the birch horse Birch Moon.
I mean, it would have fit. I'm gonna call her Mystic Cherry.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I really like that name for her.
That works.
Now I gotta get both the pets.
I have one of them.
They stand. Oh, somebody's doing the stand glitch on their horse.
Yeah. They're gone now, but it was kind of funny just to look over and see them under the tree on top of their horse. I was like, oh, okay, sure.
Okay. I'm guessing this spider goes with the cherry tree, obviously.
Yeah, the darker spider goes with the cherry one, and the lighter spider goes with the birch one. And they also have, like, corresponding colored bows, like...
Yeah, I see that. The pink bow.
The birch one
and the green.
has the green one. It's so cute.
Oh, look, somebody's riding the birch one over here right now.
They are so freaking adorable.
And just letting everybody know, I already have these two. If you want to see what their names are and stuff, just go back and, like, in the past in my YouTube channel, and I did make a video of me getting them. It's not the best video, but I keep it up because it's not, like, a bad video.
When I first got them, I didn't get them the first time they came out because I didn't really like how they looked. So I got them the day they came out again. And I named the pink one Fairy Crystal. And I had no idea what I wanted to name the blue one. So as a placeholder, they just got called Blue.
Aw. It's simple, but I mean, it works.
So, and then... The fuck did I just drop? Hello? Oh, okay. And so then I actually took him out to, like, Fort Pinta to change his name.
I invited you to my stable, by the way.
Oh, okay. And so I'm sitting there, and so I kind of... And I didn't realize I did this until after, when I saw them sitting next to each other. So I named the pink one Fairy Crystal, which is an FC name. And then I named the blue one Fantasy Cave, which is also an FC name.
Oh, wow.
But, like, both of the names fit them, so I'm like, okay, that can stay. They can be linked somehow, I don't know.
Alright,
yeah,
just to confirm with everybody and let everybody know, if you haven't seen them already, and I didn't stream me getting these guys, did I? I literally just went on a shopping spree with you. I don't think I streamed it.
No, I don't think we streamed.
Alright, was my first ever perch run. This is Dark Apocalypse, aka Nemesis. If you play or watch other people play Resident Evil, you'll know what that name's from. He is literally a horse I would take if I was in the zombie apocalypse. Because they could just run over freaking zombies, no problem. Then the one you saw. Now, they're not supposed to be this depressed. I literally took care of them fucking Monday, and they are super depressed.
Because they don't
Only 3 bars.
like you.
Well, when I took care of them last time, they were 2 boxes down. And I was supposed to take care of them today to get them at full. But no, they're all the way down at 3. SSO's having another fucking care glitch, and they always have them whenever a new, specifically colored horse comes out. Because it didn't do it with the Appaloosas, but it did it with the last colored horses that we got that were new. But this is Tsunami. Fancy girl. Oh, I didn't change her mane and tail. I need to change her mane and tail to the braided one, because that's what I do for my mares. This is Tulip Tier. I literally went on a shopping spree, and I went ahead and got 3 of them since Nemesis was maxed. And now I have to train them all. And then we have Griffin Rider, aka Buckbeak. He's a sweet boy. He just gave me nuzzles. I love him. Alright, let's check out these horses. By the way, don't you love this? I got so lazy that I didn't want to put him back in his stall.
He's just hanging out, doing his thing.
There we go, now he's in the stall. Who am I gonna... Ride them a bit, we'll decide which one I train.
Oh, that's a glitch still. Great.
Oh yeah, the 2 horses.
Yep.
Fancy. I wonder what the bow looks like. Look at him, fancy boy. The mane kind of glitches out, but that's because it's on the Marwari. Honestly, the birch kind of fits this horse because it's a skinny, slender horse, and birch trees are pretty skinny and slender.
Yeah. I definitely think that's why they chose the Mawari and Pertron for these horses, because they fit the stature of the trees themselves.
Yeah. Like, now this is just my personal opinion, because, I mean, SSO gets to make their horses how they want. But if I personally made changes to this horse, the legs would not have the brown on them. They'd keep the green, but I would move the white birch parts, the actual bark of the tree, down the legs, but I'd keep the face and the belly.
I think
oh my god, they have brown under their tail.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I think I would make it not, like, as dark. I think I would have lightened it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely light up the white parts, because it does look a little bit... I guess the only way to put it is a spooky feel to it a little bit. It looks like as if you took fog and covered birch trees in fog. It's my only way to explain it. The detail, though, is amazing.
Oh, the detail is phenomenal on both of them.
Look at that detail. Like, they even have streaks in the bark to show that the bark is all beaten up. Oh my god, that looks so good. Even with the parts where the bark is on the belly, where they ripped the white part off.
Yeah.
They did that really well. They actually made it look like it's indented a little bit.
Oh yeah, they did phenomenal with the details on these horses.
They're getting so much better. Oh my god, I love this color. They're so pretty and so fancy. Now I just gotta have to go through the hard part of giving you a nickname. You know what? Since I named my other birch horse Raph out of TMNT, I'm naming this one Leo. Now I just need to figure out what horse would fit the name Michelangelo. Because one of my Morgans, the one that you can get off the app, I named that one Donatello. Because I felt like it fit him. You're a pretty boy. Pretty boy. Woo! Oh, they have a little bit of green on the top of them. This one?
Yeah.
It's
no,
like,
they are crazy detailed.
Now, if these horses were real life, they'd probably be so uncomfortable to sit on bareback. Because if you look at... Ooh, lights flickered. If you look at the this horse's back, It looks like it'd be so uncomfortable to sit on. If you put a saddle on it, it looks like it could be more comfortable. It just looks uncomfortable if you try to go, like, bareback.
Yeah, they've got the green on their back, up their neck, and they've also got their legs and underbelly and their little noses.
Now, of course, it would be kind of obvious that they wouldn't let you change the mane and tail style of these horses, because they never let you do that. I love the flower detail.
Mm-hmm.
They actually look like sakura flowers, and that is just amazing. SSO did amazing with the detail.
Oh, 100%.
Now, very much like the birch horse, definitely this one would have been lightened up a little bit. Because honestly, this horse looks like it'd fit more in the Halloween theme. Just change the mane and tail.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that.
If you change the mane and tail to like a green or black or brown.
It reminds me of the Swampy Ford we got one year.
Yeah, I still have that one.
That's what it reminds me of. Like that. And I love that horse's normal coat. That's such a fun
Swampy
coat.
Ford?
I don't know, where'd you put her?
Up in
yeah,
front.
her. It like reminds me of this one. And I mean, like, the coloration is like 100% different, but I think just because it's like a darker horse, and if you changed out the mane and tail for like a darker color.
When I named that one, I literally thought like it was a ton of vines and not bark or anything. So, when I was naming that horse, I thought of Aang, The Last Airbender.
Yep.
Have you watched that?
Yeah.
The scene where they're fighting the swamp monster, that was what I was thinking about. And the swamp monster there was a guardian of the swamp, so that's kind of how I came up with her name.
I don't remember what I named mine.
She's a guardian of a swamp.
Let's look. I'm curious now.
What are you looking at?
What I named my horse.
Here we go. We're actually going to put him here next to you.
What is their actual in-game name? Like their breed?
The Fords?
Yeah, the Swampy Ford.
Green one is the Woodier.
Okay.
And I think the pumpkin one is Pepita?
Yeah. So
I'm so surprised I remembered that.
So you named yours Swamp Guardian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mine is Swamp Witch.
Oh, they're so similar. It's just yours sounds more evil.
Yeah. What did I name?
Now, I definitely didn't want another birch horse like this, though. Or another Sakura one.
The pumpkin one is named Hollow Pumpkin.
I think mine's name is Pumpkin Pie. There's like obvious difference on how much they've improved. Like, look at that.
Oh, 100%. And
SSO,
don't get me wrong.
If you see this, hang on a second, Spider. If you see this, this is not me bashing your horses. This is not me saying they're terrible. It's just personal preference. I wouldn't have made the horse this way, but there has been a major improvement in your art, and that's just amazing. And the fact that you used a different breed just to match it is amazing. Now you can speak.
I was just gonna say, basically the same thing. It's like, it's not bashing on the horse. It's more or less just saying, how greatly your artist team has improved.
Yeah.
You know, to take the first one of the Lusitano and then say, oh, you know, these guys, because they're, you know, probably going to get updated, we can't bring them back.
That would actually, I didn't realize till now, that would actually make sense why they said they weren't going to bring these guys back, because they were probably just test runs.
Yeah, but I think they also,
oh my god, he looks so much bigger than him.
I think they also put them out, and I wonder if it was more, trial and error of the coats more than the actual, like, wanting to see the models they go on. So instead, they said, okay, we'll release them, and then once they started updating the horses and bringing new horses in, they were like, oh, well, we plan on, you know, they've never announced it or not, but I'd assume they're planning on updating the Lusitanos further down this year.
Just
so they're
real
like, oh,
quick, if you could move your horse while you're talking, so that way I can give them a proper view of the differences between the two. Because your horse's head is in the face, in my face.
So,
just put him in a random empty stall or off somewhere.
It's fine over here. But like, because I can always guarantee you, if not this year, next year they'll update the Lusitanos.
Yeah,
so
most likely.
They probably, you know, sat down and said, oh, hey, we need to, you know, kind of rethink these coats, because I think they had a pretty good positive review when they first came out. So they sat back and said, okay, since we can't re-release these, let's evolve their story, evolve their coats and how they look and stuff like that.
Hey, I have to actually be on the horse in order to change its fucking color.
Yep.
Continue.
I want to see more of this. This normal coat. I love this normal coat.
The one of the Lusitano?
Yeah, the birch Lusitano. I love that one.
I loved it so much, but I'm not going to say on stream, but there are personal reasons why my love of this horse has kind of dwindled a little bit. It's not the horse itself, just past stuff that's happened. I do love him. I just don't ride him very often because he reminds me of someone, so. I'll start loving him again once I completely forget about the person. If they'll leave me alone. Continue.
I mean, I finished what I was saying.
Alright. Just to show you what I love. Okay, take a look at this. For the now this is not me complaining, I'm just pointing it out. For the Sakura horse, they did a similar, like, pattern and coat. But for the birch horse, they went a completely different road. They have improved immensely on these guys.
Oh, 100%. And it's a great way just to sit them next to each other. You know, for the artists to sit back and say, you know, they did phenomenal on the first run, and then they just upped themselves by 10 on the second run because they are improving so much and so quickly.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a view of their eyes, but this freaking game won't work with me. You know what? We're gonna do it this way. No, that won't work. Oh, we're gonna have a sneaky gremlin again.
My legs look broken. I look like Woody. My legs look like Woody from Toy Story. They're just like, they look floppy as all get out.
Just to show you guys a comparison between the eyes and how much SSO has just improved on eyes as well.
This is the weirdest angle.
Oh wow, so the Sakura Lusitano just kind of looks like normal brown eyes. But the newer one has a mix of pink and purple. Yeah, it just has normal brown eyes. It looks like it maybe has one green, like light green.
On who?
On the older one.
Done. Getting up and close and personal. Oh, that's too close and personal. Oh, that's even worse.
Totally not awkward, like, at all. I will move if I can.
They look pink to me.
They look brown to me. Oh, of course, when I try to open up my photo thing, you close your eyes.
Ma'am.
What?
You are standing on your horse.
I'm in photo mode. No, they're brown on my screen.
Well, considering the fact that I will now send you a picture of what I see on my screen, I think you'll understand why I said they look pink to me.
Oh. Should I be worried?
I don't know.
I sent you a picture of what mine look like.
I take that picture and I one-up it with this beautiful masterpiece.
Oh, God.
So, the magic coat, they're pink, and the normal coat, they're brown.
Okay. Since you guys got a nice representation of these guys, we're just, nope, not gonna do that.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
there's two of them.
And... boop.
Oh, no, it's gone! I had, like, the perfect photo opportunity, but you made it. Oh, wait! It's back! Hold on! Alright, we're good.
I think Spider's broken.
I think I've been broken for a few days now.
Okay. I might give them an extra 30 minutes since we've basically been spending almost an hour on stream just admiring the fucking horses.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I mean, this is the regular SSO life. Honestly, I'm probably gonna train the Percheron. So, you get to have fun taking photos. I'm gonna go make an outfit real quick. Uh-oh. Sounds like Spider broke.
I just watched you get on that horse, and then the second you stepped out of the stall, you kind of like slid forward and then phased through the stall and then came out of the stall again.
Gotta love SSO and their glitches.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna do...
Do you have 2 sets of those leg wraps?
What? No.
Well, Tsunami is still wearing that same exact outfit.
Well, Tsunami can deal.
Tsunami, pick your head up. Thank you.
Alright, pick a number random 1 through 3.
3.
3? Okay, this one it is. Alright, I need your opinion. What looks better out of the black bridles I have? This one? This one? Or this one?
Ooh, I like the middle one because it has a purple stone in it, and it matches their eyes.
This one?
No. The second one you showed me. That one.
Oh, I didn't even notice the purple stone. Yeah, I'm wearing that.
Yeah. It's got a purple stone and the headband and noseband. It's really pretty.
Now, you are not being written English. You are being written Western, missy. Written, we up.
Within Western, me! We're gonna go riding today!
We're gonna go riding Western!
We're gonna go riding Western!
I think we're broke today.
It's gonna be one of those streams.
I feel bad for the people in stream.
Yeah,
Because
no,
if we're
what?
already getting crazy, imagine later on. When the tiredness and everything kicks in.
Alright.
Where is my black fucking...
It ran away.
I'm gonna go hunt it down.
It went widen.
It went wide and away. Wide and
Went
away.
away.
Oh no, it's just on Garnet. It widened away on Garnet.
It widen away.
I think she's broken. Have you hit crying stage yet?
No, but I'm almost there.
Widen my little horsey. Little horsey.
Where's my black bridle go? It went widen away in the western saddle.
Went wide and away.
It went widen in my new western saddle.
My whale pony went widing away.
Wheel pony went widing away on my western saddle.
Oh my god, I think we've officially broke. I can't breathe, my cheeks hurt.
So do mine. That sentence in itself is my little pony went riding away in my western saddle, but it's my little pony went riding away
In my western saddle.
In my brand new western saddle.
Western saddle.
Oh god.
Okay, I need your magical color to pick what I'm gonna do here.
My god, I can't breathe.
Yeah, that kind of be obvious for what just happened.
I'm like literally leaning back in my chair right now. I'm not even looking at the screen.
Yeah, take a breather for a second.
Oh my god, I could freaking fall asleep like this. What the hell? Why is this comfortable?
Probably because you've been laughing a ton and your body's trying to rest.
Oh god, it's nap time.
Apparently. Okay. We go black. Or should we go like a brown? The game suddenly seems darker and I don't like it. Did I not grab the brown ones? I might not have the brown ones. I might need to go grab those when we head to Redwood if I have enough money.
You have a bridle with silver hardware and a saddle with bronze hardware. It makes my brain hurt.
What do you mean it makes your brain hurt?
I just don't like the way it looks.
I mean, I haven't gotten around to getting the bronze one yet. Does the bronze one even have still purple?
I think they have a different colored gem.
It doesn't hurt to check.
I will look.
I'm already looking.
Oh. So this is the one you have on now.
I might actually already have that one.
It has green gems. So it would work with the birch horse.
Yeah, it would. Okay, somehow I don't have it, so it must be somewhere.
I wish the brown one with the bronze hardware was silver hardware because I love the little white gem.
Oh.
Because the brown one with the silver hardware is a blue gem.
Oh my god. Come look what I put as my bridal accessory. It just fits so perfectly.
Oh, that's so cute.
Ain't it?
It's so cute. I have feathers.
You have feathers.
I have feathers.
You know what? While we're here, we're gonna... I think this is bisexual? It might be wrong. We're gonna support transgender people while we're here.
Trans.
I was thinking about lesbian, but the red and the orange kind of don't.
It doesn't
really
match up.
I would be supporting lesbian couples in here, but yeah, I support all LGBTQ. Just like I can't find any tail bow options that actually fit this horse right now, and I think the flowers are worth star coins, so I'm not gonna put any more star coins into anything right now because I just spent like over 3,000 of them on horses and pets. I do need a basket though, not a basket, a saddlebag.
A basket now.
A basket.
A basket, a trisket, a tasket.
Kind of like that darker one better. Fits. There we go. I love the little spider, how it just stands there. It's like, I'm just here.
I got the other one, friend.
Do I have something brown to put on my horse's tail? Like, I'm kind of stubborn right now because I just can't find anything to match my horse's butt right now.
I don't think there's anything. Let's see, what do I have?
The only time I ever buy pink is to match a pink horse.
There are... I don't know if you can still get them, but there is a chestnut brass tailbow. I don't think you can get it anymore, though.
Oh, probably not.
But it's a brown one. And then there's... I don't think you can get this one either anymore. It's the Blueberry Breeze, and it's not like a super brown, but it's also... it matches a little bit better.
Ooh. If it didn't have like a brownish yellow on it, I would actually go for the pink feather. Oh wait, no, there's actual pink bows. Too bad they're only worth star coins. So sad.
Right.
That's of course sarcastic. To anybody that likes pink, if you like pink, that's not going to destroy like a friendship or anything. It's just not my personal preference. Have to go with these white flowers, like, eh.
The white flowers might work.
I tried like a pure pink, but that just won't work. Alright, let's go. Oh, well, no, I don't have an outfit. Like, outfit. I'm just gonna slap something together.
I will spin.
You will spin?
I will spin.
Okay, go ahead and spin. You know what? This shirt might not actually look half bad on her. Because she's brown and there's brown and black on it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Are you ready? I'm about to get rid of the thing that you hate most about what I'm wearing right now.
Good, get rid of them.
She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I hate them.
No, white doesn't look good. I thought it would look good
No.
because the horse has white mane and tail, but no. Oh, I forgot to put on my freaking Western hat. I don't feel like going to get it, though. I'm still trying to figure out this person. I'm, like, really leaning towards they wanted me to name my horse Melanie, but I'm not going to.
Who knows?
If it's what they want me to call him by, I'll call him by Melanie if I remember. But, if you guys heard that, that's me swatting a fly. But, honestly, I'm probably just gonna I already have a horse named Cherry, so I can't call her Cherry. I'll probably just call her, honestly, Flower. As a nickname. Flower would fit her. Hello.
Hello!
Oh, wait, I just noticed I haven't done something with this horse yet.
Oh, no. Wait for me!
We're on a mission, let's go!
My little legs!
Alright, before you start up this race, let me go check out my last stream, because depending on which way I go on my last stream will depend if we go here or go to Marley. So continue going on your mission for a little bit. Okay, which way did I go on my last stream?
Or, we could do a completely different route and do my route.
But your route has so much trailer and so confusing.
I changed it. It's different now.
So you actually have a fluid routine now?
I do.
Okay, then we'll do yours. Where do we go first?
To Tailtop!
Okay. We're on a mission?
No,
What?
screw that.
I was about to say, like, I'm just gonna leave you behind if you continue doing that.
Ooh, Tailtop Village.
So are we going to the fall first, or the...
You can, but I haven't been doing it recently.
Well, what are you gonna do first?
I do the Orienteering and Butterfly race down here.
I'll do those with you if you're willing to wait afterwards for me to do the full.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because yes, it only gives a little bit of XP, but it's XP at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Okay, since we started training, And the stream's been going on
It's
for about an
5:53.
hour. Just so that way you guys don't have to feel like it's just be here for another hour. Oh, Jonan's back. Hi. They say hi. Or Joanne. Hi,
I think that's
Jonah.
Juan.
I don't know. Juan? I think we've seen him before, haven't we?
I believe
That,
so.
like, reminds me. Someone. But hello. Welcome back. Since we did spend like an hour gawking at these horses, I'll give you guys an extra 30 minutes of trading time on stream. So at most, this is going to go for 2 hours and 30 minutes. My orienteering spots are not hard, but also, like, I'm not paying attention and trying to get top times, so it's very random right now. Want to know what I love right now? When you train one horse, let's say I trained all my Percherons, right? And let's say I moved on to a completely different breed. I was so used to jumping and training on the Percheron that I'm going to have to get used to a completely new horse.
Yep.
Because every SSO horse has, like, a special spot where you jump and everything.
Yeah.
And it's not a hard game to play, but it is. When I have been training for 10 plus years on this game, I've noticed that every little horse has its own little quirk. Every breed. Like, this one doesn't want to churn. Come on. Flower is not being as nice as a flower right now. Oh god, that reminds me, like, in school, and this is random, but I'm trying to make conversation, but I forgot what class it was. I think it was honestly an English class. So you know those English classes that have a ton of students, or just class in general, that's small, so you all just have to squeeze in? That's what this class was. It wasn't really very active or hyper, because the teacher knew what she was doing, and she was really good at keeping rowdy kids from misbehaving. But, I'm gonna go do full. Where do I go after full?
We go down to Redwood.
Okay. So you can go ahead and head there, just wait for me before you do the races.
Yep.
But, we did this little booklet thing, and it had these stories that you had to read, and then after everybody read the story, we would go and answer some questions about it. Now, this teacher made sure we were paying attention and doing the work right, so she had each and every fucking student read a whole paragraph each. She was one of those teachers.
Ugh.
And I hated reading out loud, because you're always like put on the spot when you read out loud. Because I'm terrible at reading out loud, but I read, like, extremely well in my head. I can read really hard words in my head. I can read sentences perfectly in my head, but I can't do that out loud, because my brain doesn't process it the same way. But, anytime I'd hear somebody else also struggling to read, I would feel bad for them. It wasn't really a, oh, look, you're a terrible reader. It's a, oh, I understand where you're coming from. I know how much of a pain that is and how embarrassing.
Yep.
Alright. Trailering to Redwood. But we read this story about a giant flower that people around the world will go see, and it apparently is really stinky.
Nice.
It is a large, really stinky flower that people will come around the world to see. And I'm sitting there like, I am not gonna go to a place just to see a stinky flower. If I'm going there, I better expect something more, like a food or something. Speaking of which, I still have not finished my dinner. So I'm going to just start slowly doing that. I am here. Let's continue.
Hello, here.
Hello. What is your name?
Hello.
Well, hello.
Hi there.
Nice to meet you. I would say it's a wonderful day, but the whole day today has been stormy. And I'm not saying that because I'm on a race with Storm.
I'm very happy that, like, the next week is supposed to be, like, really nice. But
My
that
horse
could
riding.
change.
Horse riding got canceled because of storm today, so part of me is happy because I was hoping, like, I was literally sitting there last night like, oh god, I gotta go to horse riding because I was really tired and I knew I was gonna have to wake up early in the morning because I wake up at 6 because I have to do multiple things in order to get ready and it takes me like an hour or two. And surprisingly enough, to some people, that hour or two, most of it is not makeup. I don't like doing makeup. Unless you include putting on deodorant or chapstick as makeup, I don't do makeup. Not even like the whole, just to tell you, I don't even know what it's called, but it's basically to hide your bumps and stuff on your face. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't like it. Makeup make face itchy, and me no like it when face is itchy. Also, I don't want to look like a Barbie. But, oh my god. Horse is being a pain. And I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh, the storm thing. Riding got canceled. And literally this woman's like, oh, it's going to start storming in the middle of practice during it. It wasn't storming, but literally around the time my parents would be picking me up and I would be like grooming the horses and everything was the time that like a ton of rain started just suddenly falling and wind and everything. And a little bit of thunder here and there.
Yeah, that, even if it did happen by the end of the lesson, the horses would have been able to sense the oncoming storm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I love Jasper, but he is very, like, dramatic. But yeah, tomorrow, oh god, I just realized he's probably gonna roll and all that mud and shit from the rain is gonna get all over him again. I swear to god, Jasper, you have me brushing you for 15 minutes just to get mud off your freaking fur. I'm gonna be annoyed because you're already shedding and that makes it even harder. Because that's what he did last time. There was a rainstorm before, the day before practice, is he got himself all nice and muddy.
Well, Jasper has this dream and he just wants to be a solid color horse. And the only way to achieve that is to roll in the mud.
Apparently. If he rolls again and he's really fucking dirty, I'm just gonna debate just not riding him. If it was my actual horse, and I knew it rained the day before, I'd wait a little bit, because honestly, mud's a lot easier to get off the horse when it's dry than when it's wet. So I'd wait for the mud to dry, and I'd go and brush my own horse, like, instantly once I thought he was dry enough. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not a person to, where are we going, by the way?
Kendall.
I'm not a person to go and grab a hose and wash my horse every time it's like got mud on it or something, or a lot of dirt. I'm sitting there like, oh, I'll brush it best I can out, and maybe my horse will get like a bath every few months or so, because honestly, the horses are like ferrets and cats. They don't need to be bathed very often, unless they're like a high-end show horse. Even then, I feel bad for those horses. Must be annoying getting hosed down all the time.
Well, I feel like some of them probably like it.
Maybe. I just feel like if I was a horse, I'd get annoyed at constantly being sprayed by cold water.
Well, it's not always cold water.
True. I would definitely be a very moody mayor, that's for sure, though. I think anybody would be a moody mayor if they got transformed into a horse. Flower being a pain. Can't eat while you're running into shit.
The fact that you're trying to eat and train a new horse is funny.
I do it all the time. It's nothing new. Oh, I didn't even notice she leveled up to 2. Probably did that all the way back in frickin' Tabletop.
Probably, yeah.
Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum.
I cannot stop yawning.
Honestly, though, I'm pretty tired as well.
I don't even think it's because I'm tired. I was just out in the sun most of the day, so the sun drains you.
And they say sun's healthy for you. It drains my soul.
I hate being out in the sun.
I don't mind it as long as it's not like really hot.
The sun, if I'm out in the sun or the heat for too long, it makes me mad. I get very moody.
I will be sure to remember that if we ever meet up. Not keep you out in the sun too long. Even though if we meet up, most of our time is probably honestly gonna be gaming or just going out somewhere to eat. Because that's what I did with my friend Isabel for so long. I would take me and her every now and then would go out and go eat some frozen yogurt. Or go watch a movie or something. It was just our way of hanging out without parents around. Didn't really like her mother though, but that's not my place. Is it just me, or am I the only one getting annoyed at the fact that I'm having to look at a pink tail as I run?
Probably just you.
I mean, I can always change it, but I don't want to.
I was gonna say, if it gets that annoying, change it for a race or two, and then go back.
But people want to see the colorful horsey.
And they can see the uncolorful horsey for 2 races and deal with it.
What if they don't want to deal with it?
Well then, sucks to be them.
You definitely give off the don't fuck with me vibes, because I honestly don't give 2 shits.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spider is very wise. Wiser than me, and I'm actually older.
I think it's more the fact that both my mom and dad don't really like people. So I was always told don't let people like walk all over you and stuff like that. So that just kind of like helped me become who I am today, where I'm like, you know, I'm not actively trying to fight somebody, but like I'll stand up for myself and my friends.
Yeah, and that's a good trait to have.
But I'm also not afraid to hit a bitch if needed.
I'm the person that would cower in the corner. I give off a very tough persona, like, vibe, but I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover more than a fighter. I'm very much like my mother in that sense. Now, my mother is more of a fighter. She's not afraid to fight somebody if she needs to. She can handle her own. But, I'm like my mom in a way where I give off a very tough person vibe just to kind of give people a less likely chance of bugging me or bothering me. But once you get to know me and you know me for who I actually am, I'm a very sweet, kind-hearted person that doesn't like hurting anybody's feelings.
I don't care if I make you cry.
Yeah, you're one of those.
I am.
And if somebody cries on me, I'm like, oh my god, what can I do to fix it?
Yeah, I just kind of look at them and go, I don't really care. Go cry somewhere else.
Alright, where are we going?
Starshine.
Oh. Ah! No! I'm back! Yum. Luckily, it's just mashed potatoes, so it's literally just something I can swallow real quick. Alright, Starshine. I am blind. No, not Steve. Starshine. Welcome, Bella Wills, to the stream. They didn't say hi, they just said yeah, so I guess they're responding something to me. But I'm gonna say hello to them anyway, because I feel like it.
I'm not.
Well, you're mean, so.
They didn't say hi to me.
You never know, they could be saying hi internally.
Well, I will also then do that.
Say hi internally. Only introverts understand that hi. Oh look, Shiloh's on.
Hello.
Who wants to bet that Shiloh's gonna join us? Because he saw the stream. Or they saw the stream. Okay, good, a full. If I get... From here on, if I get any freaking herding animals for the rest of my animals, I'm gonna be so annoyed.
I kind of wished you had all 4 herd animals.
Just that way you could hear me freaking get upset.
It would be so freaking funny just to listen to you complain.
Of course it would for you. To you too. Excuse me.
Excused.
And excuse me again. I got a sheep.
I can't find any. I found a foal and that's it.
I have a fallen sheep at the beach.
At the beach.
At the beach.
At the beach.
The beach. Deep.
To warm up the lamb chops.
Yeah, now Bella Will said hi.
Ah, hello.
There you go. Now you got a hi from Spider.
I got a donkey.
You got a donkey?
I got a donkey.
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 Donkey! Everybody's gonna be thinking of Shrek
Out
now.
of my swamp.
Get out of my swamp, you filthy donkey! The fact that donkey just moved himself right in.
I gotta follow animals.
Yay, now you get to suffer. Freaking not suffer. I was gonna say suffer, but my brain.
I was gonna say I'm not suffering. I got 3 foals and a donkey. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm gonna run right by you. Bye.
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 Totally not jealous in any way. Luckily my horse is slow, so I can pretty much canter the whole way, almost.
Oh, that's new. Okay.
Oh, look, trash.
Fresh.
Trash. I love how your routine starts off, or I'm like in the around the middle of my routine or tail end of it.
Yeah. I have to do the races with Patrice. What is her
Fun.
name? Patrice?
Beatrice.
Beatrice. Patrice, Beatrice, same thing. Clearly she's not that important to me.
Nope.
I mean, I technically got it right, I just said it wrong.
She never specified on how her name is pronounced, so...
That is true. We could be calling her one and she could be the other.
Yeah.
Beatrice,
Or we could both be
Patrice.
wrong, you never know.
I know, right? Watch it be like, Beatrice.
Or Beatrice.
Like, it's like a really
Beatrice.
fancy, like... It's like a really fancy, like, Welsh pronunciation, so it's just like the randomest thing.
Or she has like a weird accent, so she pronounces it completely different.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that happens with at least one character in a free roam. Like
Oh,
Matt.
100%.
I got 3 follow animals and 1 herding.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Nope, not bad at all. Gonna go turn these guys in and then go right to doing the races.
It's just enough to be, like, really game. You couldn't have just given me another follow.
Pretty much. I got more trash.
Trash.
Oh, he's level 5. Or she's level 5.
Eat the doop.
Okay. You get a orange for leveling to 5.
Yay!
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 We sound so unenthusiastic, honestly. It's like, yay, another treat.
Yay! More food.
More ways to spoil you. Yay.
Yay! Thanks. It's like that an avocado.
Oh. Thanks.
Thanks. It's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah. But I'm happy, but I'm not happy.
Thanks. I wonder if that video was like the kid asked for an avocado, not thinking he was gonna get one, and then like he got it, and he's like, "Wait, thanks."
Those parents did teach him well, though, to be grateful for anything he got.
Even if he sounds very confused.
Yeah. It's like, thanks.
Thanks. Don't know why I'm thanking you, but thanks.
He definitely teaches that you can be grateful for anything. It gives the kids that get all upset because their grandparents give them clothes a new meaning. Like, at least you didn't get an avocado for Christmas.
Right? At least you weren't this boy who got an avocado.
And, like,
And they're
parents
just like-
that would trick and prank their kids and give them, like, random shit. Like toilet paper or something like that. Am I the only one that found those, like, really funny?
I think if it's like if it's something you guys like talked about like in the middle of June or something, like your mom just kind of casually goes, "Oh, I'm getting you a roll of toilet paper for Christmas," and you just kind of scoff and go, "Yeah, okay, mom." And then you open a roll of toilet paper and you're like, "Oh my god, she actually got me a roll of toilet paper. That's freaking hilarious."
I like
Then,
to
yeah, they're,
watch
like,
spoiled kids get, like, basically cheap-ass shit for Christmas, and they get so
Right.
upset.
Go faster, 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 faster.
I hate, children, the rich kids, that go, I wanted this particular iPhone, but you got me this iPhone. Not the matter that that iPhone is, like, hundreds of dollars. It's not the one they wanted.
Literally.
I'm sitting there like, at least you got something like that.
Right.
There are people like me that, yes, my phone's not crappy, but the phones I get maybe at most last a few years at a time. But the only difference between mine and theirs is if I drop mine a ton of times, it doesn't break.
Well, to be fair, I have an iPhone and I drop mine like it's nobody's business and it hasn't broken, so...
Do you have a case on it?
No. Yeah, but it's not like the best.
I literally purposely bought just pretty much a regular colored case. My main goal was to search for a case that could protect my phone. And because I've dropped my phone so many times, the case is just fallen apart at this point.
I mean, I can almost guarantee you, like, 7 out of 10 times we're in call and you hear me say, oh shit, I dropped my phone.
When you hear a big thump and I'm like, oh, that's me, drop my phone.
And I think I don't care that I dropped it. But like, I think the oh shit is more of a, oh shit, what did I drop? And then I go, oh, it's my phone. Okay, whatever.
My phone will slip out of my jacket pocket when I'm sitting down. That's why I always make sure I have it whenever I go to stand up. Because I don't want one of these times I forget it to be like at a different person's house.
Right, that would be like terrible. I think one of my funniest memories of me like quote unquote dropping my phone was I was at my grandmother's house and I had like gently tossed it onto the couch, but it had landed just right to where it just continued to bounce until it like flung itself halfway across the room. And I was like, my phone was supposed to land here, not near the window, but alright.
Your phone tried to run away.
Apparently.
It's like, this bitch doesn't care whenever she drops me, so I'm just gonna leave. Your phone case fell, and phone felt abused.
Okay.
Is it just me, but the spiders get like increasingly bigger when you take them out of the saddle bag?
Oh god, yeah.
Oh, and I'm racing Buttergood, which is better than Beatrice, but still not the best.
Right. I wish you could choose who you could race. I think that would be cool and give us like.
Or have it like based on level would be nice.
Yeah. I think it would also be cool if it gave us like say your horse's level is like level 6. And then it'll give you like not just Beatrice, and it's like a list of like 5 or 6 different characters that would be classified as a level 6 horse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool. I need to stop yawning.
Your body says no.
Right, I'm just like ready to go curl up in bed.
And you're not yawning because you're tired. It does. I've heard that people say it's because your body's trying to get like more oxygen because you don't have enough.
Could be. I feel like at this point it's probably a little bit of both.
Maybe. I notice when I talk really fast and a lot at one time, I yawn more because I'm just not letting my fucking mind catch a breath. Okay. Alright, I'm ready. Where are we going next?
Grove.
Okay. I'm probably gonna either hop back on RDR or hop on Pixelmon after this. Because I mean, I'm working on my dark team, but it's not like a drastic I need to complete it right now thing. I'm fun making sounds back there.
I mean, technically I'm singing, but like I'm not like actually trying.
Oh.
So it's just this weird ass mumble.
I mean, I'd prefer mumble out for actual lyrics. Because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Proceeds to sing louder. Oh,
Well, alright, I know what I'll do after this.
oh, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna pull up a non-copyright playlist and I'm just gonna sing.
No. Not saying you're a bad singer, but no, please. Making the game a little brighter because for some weird reason it just seems really dark right now. Definitely can't wait to have a proper gaming setup. Because right now it works, but it's not like the best.
It works for the situation at hand.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it needs to do. Oh, that's a cute outfit. What's up? Ooh, I like that. Ma'am, I like your outfit.
Didn't tell her that.
No.
Give me a second. Alright. Do I have to be the person that tells everybody everything for you, my fucking boyfriend, now?
No, I tell people stuff. I just don't feel like it.
And now I repeat what I said. Do I have to tell everybody everything?
I mean, occasionally, probably.
Because I am probably the most antisocial person here, and I'm forced to be social. I think that's why I have such an easy time making friends, is I walk up to people and be like, hey, my friend said this.
Well, I mean, I didn't curse the kid out, but I did yell at a kid in the cafeteria one day in front of, like, literally the whole school, so.
The random equestrian says, hi.
Ah, hello, friend.
And the first thing they heard when they came in was meh.
Yeah, I'm in a mood.
Clearly.
I've technically been in a mood for, like, the past week, but, like, you know.
You're just in more of a mood today. You feel like expressing it more.
It's whatever. It's a lot of random noises mood, is what we're gonna call it.
I have those. I'll literally just be walking out, going to grab something to eat or a drink, and I'll just be starting to make noises because I'll just blank out.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I heard that. That sounded like that hurt.
Ooh. It didn't hurt, it just was unexpected.
I feel so slow.
If I'm not yawning, I'm hiccuping.
Honestly, same. I don't know if they're classified as hiccups. I don't think it's classified as a gasp there. But you know those random times where it feels like you're hiccuping, but you only do it once?
Yes.
And it's like a really deep, long one.
It's like your body just kind of like shocked itself into going, wait, big breath. And you're like, why did I just do that?
Why did I need to do that?
Like, you literally, you wish you could, like, talk to your brain and be like, why'd you make me do that?
And your brain should probably be like, cuz.
That's why not.
Have you ever had, like, a hiccup and then a burp right after?
Yes, those things are horrendous, and I hate
They
them
hurt.
with a burning passion. Oh,
They
I hear
hurt your
dogs.
chest like crazy.
Puppies?
Do
I
you see
would like to.
puppies?
No, but I heard one. I would like to see the dog, please.
No, no dog for you.
Okay.
I'm so
Fine.
happy. So happy to finally meet somebody that has the same fucking mindset of me.
Oh, oh, mm, mm, mm.
What did you do?
My level ended off at 9775, so now I kind of want to go do the icy race to get it to a clean 1,000 or 10,000.
I mean, if you want to go do that race, go ahead. I'll wait.
Think I'm gonna. Whee. Back to my
Because
stable.
we're not going to get that far in the stream anyway, so just go ahead.
Where is my... Not mine. Where do I find it? Question. Question, question, question. Where do I find it? Can somebody tell me? I want that one. Copy. Copy, 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 copy.
It sounds like you're saying coffee repeatedly.
Copy, 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 copy.
This might come as a surprise to some people, but I don't like coffee.
I like coffee if it doesn't taste like coffee.
I don't like coffee. At all.
So, that's where I am.
Closest I'll get to coffee is hot cocoa, and that's not even anywhere near coffee.
No, that is a completely different realm.
Yeah.
But
that's the only thing I'll drink from a mug. Unless I don't have any cups and I need something to drink water out of.
I was just gonna say, I literally drink everything out of a mug.
I got
like,
it. They're freaking writing this Arabian and it makes me want it.
Isn't that cute? Isn't her outfit so cute though?
Yeah, it's a good mix between green and brown.
Yeah, it's not like some people are out there with like this all brown outfit and there's just like splotches of green, or like an all green outfit and it's splotches of brown.
Yeah, and she even has tan leggings to match the horse a little bit.
Yeah. And I think
so
a lot
Cynthia
of the times...
Topaz Tower, if you eventually see this video, we're admiring you a little bit. Spider more so.
We like your outfit, my dude.
I'll literally see somebody on SSO and I'll just walk up to them, and if they have an outfit or a horse or something that I like, I'll be like, hey, I like your outfit. Or, hey, you're riding one of the old model horses. I really like that horse.
Ma'am, the last 2 times I saw you try and tell somebody you liked their horse, you chased them and they ran away from you.
Well, those because you were showing my bad experiences. Plus, it's not my fault that they didn't want to talk to me.
Either somebody has a fire or somebody is on fire. Because all I can smell is smoke right now.
Wow. By the way, I'm guessing we're going to Meadow Lake, so I'm heading up to the Apocalypse race, but I'm waiting for you.
Yeah, we go there next.
So are you going to be switching horses, or are you going to keep that one?
I'm gonna keep training Eclipse, my Appa.
Okay.
Yeah, unlike you, I train the horse until it maxes, and then I train a different horse.
Well, I was going to train my Pertrons, but it didn't matter if I trained my Pertrons and Marwaris, because I still wouldn't have been able to max them all before these guys came out. So I just settled and every now and then trained my higher level horses. It's not my fault that I take my time.
And I take my time too. I just use switch horses more than I do.
Mm-hmm. I get bored of a horse and I switch on to another one, so that way it's easier to train.
Yeah, that works for you.
Everybody has their own way of training, and that's just mine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was me in school. Okay, I'm going to read this out while you're doing that. Random Equestrian says, the noises remind me of a boy that sits behind me in the school. All day, he just goes meh, 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 or derp, derpity, derp. Or
Nice.
derpy, derp, derp. I'm that person. Go ahead.
No, you can go. You're talking spurt. You were speaking first. You were not spocking first. You were
yes, I am
speaking
spocking.
first.
I am spotting and speaking at the same time.
You know, apparently, alright.
But I was that kid that would go up and, like, nowadays I say nyam a lot. My whole little nyam. But back in school, I was that person that would go derp, derpity, derp, 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 derp.
I was a very quiet kid unless I was with friends in school. And then I was a completely different person.
Well, I didn't do that to random people. Whenever I was with my friends at lunch, I would go derpity, derp, 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 derp. And my friend Isabel would do it back, and it was so funny. I was just a derp back then. No, I didn't go meh. The only time I said meh a lot at school was when the teacher asked, how are you today? And I went, meh.
Eh. Eh. Hey, come here.
Spocky first. Random Equestrian quoted you. Hello, Albino! Albino!
She is driving home right now. I'll have a good drive. Be safe.
You'll get to listen. You'll get to listen to our craziness. Yay. Hopefully we don't distract you too much from driving. I loved it when the teachers, whoever I was at school, I would go, meh. And they would, literally, my teacher, I forgot his name, but he would straight up ask me, is there ever a good day for you? And I go, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out if it
I'm
happens.
just, meh. It's school after all.
Right? I'm never going to be happy to be at school.
And
but
then
like,
one day, once in a rare blue moon, I would say, I'm good. And the first time I said that, my teacher was like, oh my god, is this a dream? Let's all celebrate. She's having a good day.
Ring the bell. She's finally happy. Random Equestrian. I'm really quiet unless I'm with friends. We just scream random things like, give me a working brain, or my brain cells are gone, or we're angry llamas, can we kill you? That's a whole ass mood. Yep. And then Albino goes, meh is one of my favorite words, honestly same. And then says, I get so bored while driving, so this is a godsend. Huh. Nice.
So listening to us is, yeah, a lot of people here agree. I think, honestly, more nowadays, there are a lot more quiet people at school. But, yeah, if I wasn't around a friend or if I didn't have a friend in class, I was just kind of the kid that would sit in the back of the class. The only time I'd sit up in the front or the middle is if the teacher physically put me there. And I hated being in the front of the class. I liked being in the back because I was there, I was secluded, nobody was really paying attention to me.
Yep.
And you're a lot less likely to get called on in the back, too. Which is bright side.
Right, like the second I walked into a classroom, I was like a completely different person. But like if you saw me in the hallways with a friend, or in the cafeteria, you'd be like, how does she get away with half of the shit she gets away with? Because like all of my teachers loved me.
Me, it honestly just depends on the teacher. I think my last actually, I have a little example for this one. And my friend Isabel always pointed it out. But in El Dorado, by the way, El Dorado's not the best school, so just, yeah. But anyway, when I went to El Dorado, there was only one teacher that I would physically try to talk to, and it was my math teacher. I think he was I don't think it's geometry. It might have been geometry teacher. But his name was Mr. King, and he was the only teacher that I would say hi to passing by in the hall. Any of my other teachers, I would maybe at most give them a slight nod. I was that kid that I wasn't bad, but I did not like being around teachers because of my disability. They assumed I was stupid, so they treated me that way. And Mr. King was one of those very few teachers that didn't treat me like an autistic, stupid kid. He's very father figure to like, if that gives you any idea of his personality.
I'm stuck.
And he gave us donuts.
Stuck. Get off of the rock. Thank you.
Struggling a bit?
Just a bit.
They said a few things, so I'm going to read those real quick before I get into the race. My student teacher always asks that every morning. She's like, hey, how are you? And I'll just be like, I mean, this is school. I'm tired. And she just stares at me like I cursed.
I would look at her and go, are you sure you want this answer? Because, like, it's not a great one.
One of my answers, if the teacher just asked and I wasn't feeling any different and they ever gave me, like, that little bit of attitude of you're always meh, I'd be like, well, what do you think my answer is? Right. Or I'd be like, same old answer as yesterday. It was... And albino with being seated at the front of the class does have its benefits, but you're also more likely to get called on. And I was that socially awkward kid that I just didn't, oh my god, want to be called on. Oh my god, yep, I failed.
So did I.
My horse did not want to churn. She kept running into shit and bouncing.
Bouncing.
Very chunky horse.
Chonky.
Chonky.
Donkey.
Donkey. You read my mind. Stop doing that. I knew the moment I said that one of us was going to be saying chunky donkey. You just beat me to it.
Chonky donkey.
Chonka donkey.
Chonky donkey, why are you eating all my onions?
God, I think my most hated teacher was surprisingly not the one that doubted me. Yes, I hated the fact that she doubted me, but I proved her wrong. I shoved my diploma in her face on the last day of school. I literally
oh my god,
I saw you teleport.
No, but I just said we, and then the second later I heard my little spider go wee.
Your spider went wee too. Oh, she's broken. She's in what I call awe mode. From El Dorado, well, one teacher I hated, oh, I remember now. Because I was a very emotional artist back then. If this doesn't give you an uh-oh feeling, I don't know what will. Luckily, I only drawed animals. But Mr. Liss always pissed me off during class, almost every single day. It was either him giving me a scolding, being like, oh, you can do better in class, or you're doing crap in class. A lot of he was trying to motivate me, but he was doing it in the completely wrong way, because he would literally walk up to me in the middle of class, or while at his desk, say that I'm failing. I saw that.
I hate teachers like that.
And then it started off with him pulling me and my friend Isabel off to the side and being like, hey, you guys are failing. And I looked at him straight up and went like, how? We are the only ones doing the fucking work in class. All the rest of your students are fucking around throwing paper towels all over the place. The students there would pretend that a paper towel roll was a football and throw it around.
Yeah, sounds about right.
There was one girl in like this flag practice dancing thing that would practice her moves there, and then there was a guy that just would not listen and constantly talked about shit. So, out of everybody there, why are we failing? I'm sitting there trying to make sure Isabel stays focused instead of watching freaking YouTube on her phone. I'm the one telling her that she needs to finish this descriptions of these words in this much time just to motivate her. And one day he was absent and you guys are getting a lovely little story time. Lucky you. I don't know why, but this sub, he pissed me off, but not in the way that Mr. List did. Let's just say I had to get physical with this teacher. And not in a bad way. He literally gave me no other choice and forced me to become physical. Oh, look, there's Mira. I forgot their nickname. I think this is Random Equestrian. I don't know.
I think they go by Pinky.
Oh, yeah, it's Pinky. Love how you remember it and I don't.
Okay,
Shows
give
you
me
how good I am.
2 seconds. I'm going to get dinner real quick.
Alright, I'll just tell him the story while you do that. Well, I'll wait for you to get back. I can read the chat. We can chat and chat for a few. Oh god, so much reading. Sat in the front. Always assigned seats. Well, that's surprising. Now, I know you're one of the first people that I've met out of my friend group that doesn't care if they get called on. I was that person like, oh god. Always had so much social anxiety when I got called on. Oh yeah, that is Pinky, okay. Yes, it's sad that that teacher's son died, but it doesn't also give her a right to be a bitch. And as long as the sub was good, it's not the end of the world, right? Just wait a little bit, Pinky. We're gonna wait a few for Spider to come back, and then I'll continue telling the story. I'll continue telling you guys about Mr. List, but Mr. List was such a asshole of a teacher that I didn't draw him, but one day I was just so angry. Okay, nickname is Fishy. Alright, I'll remember that. But, I got so mad at him one day. And I'm not the person that's confrontational. Now, back then, I wasn't in the right mind state because I was young, but I got through it. I went through some therapy and stuff, and I am a lot better now. But as a coping mechanism, my thing was to draw. And that was the one thing I had such a hard time explaining to teachers is I need to do something with my hands. I can't just be sitting there listening, because then I can't listen after a little while. But
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back. So are we going to Valedale?
No, Dino.
Dino, okay.
Dino.
I'm saying to her, she goes by Fishy, by the way.
Oh,
Not
Fishy,
Pinky.
hello.
So Fishy or Random? Let's go Mixed Stone Ground. But I drawed literally a photo of a hurt wolf because I felt very hurt and angry. So I was a very emotional drawer. But now that Spider's back, I can get into the story. Let's wait for... I don't know if she has Dino. I don't have the trailer to Dino, so give me... Okay, so we gotta wait a few for Fishy. She doesn't have the trailer, so she has to run up here.
Ugh, that's fun.
Yeah, I hate doing that.
I hated
Honestly,
that.
Fishy, if I was you, before I had the balloon, I wouldn't even go to Dino.
Yeah, I was only here to get reputation done, and that was it.
But, the substitute that Mr. List gave us one day literally pissed me off to the point I had to get physical. Why did I have to get physical? Well, how can I put this in? We were just in a normal class, and because of my autism, I have to leave. It was in my IEP that I have to leave 5 minutes before lunch and before the end of school because I do not do good in crowds with all the noise, and just it overwhelms me very easily. So they let me go a bit early so that way I can get out of the way of the crowd. This sub, I tried to go ahead and get ready to leave for class, and of course when you leave 5 minutes early, you start getting ready about 6 or 7 minutes early because you need to pack up your stuff. He straight up looks at me and asks, "What am I doing?" And I tell him that I'm getting ready to go. I'm allowed to leave 5 minutes early. He said, "No, you're not." And that kind of annoyed me a little bit. So I tried telling him it's in my BIP. No, not BIP. It's in my IEP. BIP or IEP. It was in one of the two. I think IEP. But it was in there because I don't do good in crowds because of autism. I didn't specify the autism part. I just told him I needed to leave because it was in my IEP. And he said, "No, it's not." My mind literally thought for a split second, okay, major cuss warning here for a sec, but how the fuck does this sub know my IEP? That's literally my mind state right now. How the fuck do you know my IEP? Each and every step, top to bottom, when you haven't even been in this class for a day and you've never subbed for me before. So, I tell him, "No, you don't. You're the sub. You don't know my IEP that fast." And he says, "Yes, he does. He read it over before I came into class," which was bullshit. And my friend Isabel had, I think they're called, no, they're not called a caseworker. I don't know if you know what they're called, Spider, but basically they are people that come in and assist students, particular students during class to help them focus. Let me tell you, I did this bitch's job better than she did. She's sitting there. What?
I don't actually know the real name for them. They were just like assistant teachers type deal.
That'd make sense.
Or they were like, I feel like assistant teacher is like the best way to describe it.
But I did her job better than she did hers because she's sitting there trying to refocus Isabel on doing her work. And Isabel's just not able to stay focused. Isabel's actually getting frustrated with this woman. And I literally lean over and I'm like, "Hey, you have 5 minutes to do this definition real quick. Ready? Go." Instantly, Isabel focuses. I got her to focus in less than 5 seconds. Unlike this bitch.
Yeah, that's usually how it works.
She got so annoyed by it that she actually told me, "Isabel's my responsibility. Don't you worry about it."
Well, clearly I'm gonna worry about it because one, she's my friend, and two, you don't know how to do your job.
Clearly, what you're doing isn't helping her.
You can try, but I know my friend, so I'm gonna help my friend.
Clearly, I know her better than you do. Alright, where are we going next?
Valdale.
Or at least I will try to wait. Spider just kind of went ahead and did the race. Typical Spider move. But I'll wait.
You know. If you're gonna join, you should join while knowing that I just kind of automatically do something.
Yeah. But the woman, Isabel's caseworker, now I don't know how the fuck she knew about my IEP when my assistant teacher wasn't even her. She was never my assistant teacher. My assistant teacher was the nicest fucking woman ever.
Most teachers, if they work in the like they're the assistant teacher and they're like working with one or two kids only, they get a rundown of like everybody's IEP basically, just so they know if something happens they can help.
Oh yeah, true. But she shouldn't like say whether or not it's something's in my IEP when it actually is. I was there. Now through middle school, I didn't start going to the IEP meetings until around near the end of middle school, but every single IEP meeting for the most part that I joined, I knew everything about. I knew all the rules, all the limits, everything. So I knew what was actually on my IEP or not. Because my parents would take me because I had got tired of having to explain it to me, but it also made me more comfortable. And also, low-key took advantage of it because I could come home early.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did not like being at school.
Neither did I. School sucked.
School sucks for everybody. For people that like school, I give them amends because that shit's... no. Okay, she's here. But... she said that it wasn't my IPA, and I look at them and, like I said, wasn't fully mentally there back then, so this starts getting me anxiety. I start feeling instant anxiety because the timer's running low. It's starting to get around the time where the bell's about to ring, and I'm sitting there like, I need to go. And clearly I'm getting upset because I'm constantly telling these people, no, it's in my IEP, just let me go. And, trying to remember the exact words here, but between the anxiety, the paranoia, and the fact that I was starting to work myself up because I was going to be in a crowd, I wasn't doing well. All those emotions built up. I didn't know how to control my autism meltdowns very well. I didn't know what to look out for when I'm starting to have an autism meltdown. And I kind of snapped. No punching or anything, but I kind of snapped and started yelling and screaming and cussing out the teachers. Both the assistant teacher and the sub. So I start yelling at them, I need to fucking leave. So I go start walking towards the door. The fucking sub blocks me in. And I think at that point it's, there's a word for it, but I don't think teachers are allowed to do that.
No, teachers aren't. In general, both the sub and the assistant technically broke the law because they refused your IEP.
Like, I get them being confused and not knowing, but I tried to explain it to them and they weren't listening.
Yeah, you explained it to them and then they said, no, I know your IEP. No, you don't, first of all. And second, they're like, what I'm hearing from the story is both the sub and the assistant teacher abused their power.
Pretty much. And I think the assistant was mad at me because I was having an easier time helping Isabel, honestly.
And so they realized that, like, in their eyes, they couldn't control you how they controlled other kids in the school. So they wanted you pliant under their thumb, willing to do everything they ask, and that's just not happening.
And I think that's like false imprisonment too. I think that's what it's called, because the assistant stayed in her seat as far as I remember, but he's the one that actually physically got up and blocked the door. Mr. List's room had 2 doors. The door to the actual outside and not the hall was locked. He normally kept that locked until near the end of class because that was where most of the class walked out to leave for the day. And he kept it locked until the end of the day. Then he would relock it before he left class. But that was locked. I already knew that was locked because the sub didn't have the key for it. And plus, I kind of nonchalantly scooted my way over to the door and tried to unlock it behind my back. And it was locked. Because I was trying to escape. I'm sitting there like, my brain goes into, how you would put it, it's like cornering an animal in a room. I went on complete instinct at that point.
You were in fight or flight, and you wanted to leave, so you were in flight.
And when you have adrenaline pumping and a mix of other emotions, the only thing you have is your fight or flight at that point.
Mm-hmm.
But this teacher straight up blocked me, and I'm sitting there like, I need to leave. I yelled at him, and I was right up on him, and I said, I need to go to the bus. It's almost time for the bell to ring. I need to go. Let me go. Now, I will say right now, that's not my exact words. I'm only saying around what I said, because it's been a few years since that's happened. But, he said no. You will wait until the bell rings. And to anybody else, it's not a big deal. Just wait until the bell would ring. But I got really overwhelmed in a crowd. Isabel was not allowed to leave early, and Isabel had autism. But just particularly with me, my parents say, and I can't define it because it hasn't happened to me in years because I purposely avoid crowds. That way it doesn't happen. Where are we going?
Druid.
Okay. I need to know so I could tell her real quick since the stream's kind of delayed.
Yes, 30-second delay. Love it.
Yes, love it. So, I don't remember exactly what I was saying, but in the midst of the situation, like, right then and there, I was mad, I had anxiety, I was frustrated, a lot of bad emotions were going on through me, which was causing me to react. And it was also causing me to have an autism meltdown at that point, because I was crying, basically begging this guy to let me leave the fucking classroom. Isabel was there watching the whole thing, and she completely agrees with me that that sub shouldn't have done that.
No, that sub had no right to do anything like that.
I'm hoping he got fired.
Subs, literally, there are some substitutes out there that are phenomenal, and I've had a few.
I've had some really great subs. There's a sub that will say, hey, your teacher gave you this, but since you have a sub today, you guys get to fuck around. I've had those kind of subs.
Unfortunately, a lot of the subs are not trained like the teachers, so they don't know all the kids. They don't know, how many kids in the classroom have an IEP, how many kids are disabled, whatever. So they don't have all that information, so they're just going into this class assuming everybody is able-bodied and in the right mindset, when that's not true.
No, I had a lot of, also, like I said, a lot of issues mentally back then because I'm trying to figure myself out. And I do remember at least once telling this guy, I have autism. That's why I need to go. But he didn't listen to me. Okay, I'm going over here. I'm going to try to speak and do this druid mission.
Oh, good luck.
It's just going to close the rift, so it doesn't seem too hard.
Oh yeah, that's easy enough.
But, it's not like save the spy master agent, which is a pain in the ass to do.
Oh, right, I hate that one.
But, okay, yeah, it's just the shadows. But, this is the part where I get physical. I grab, because his hand was on the doorknobs, to obviously keep me from going through the door. And I straight up put my hand over his, and I forcibly push his hand down and shove my way through. Now that's the most I did. But this fucking teacher made himself to look like the victim in the case scenario because I actually touched him and did something about it. My fight or flight kicked in and I could not control what happened from there. You weren't accepting what I was saying, so of course I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And after I pushed this guy out of the way, and this is why I thanked myself for almost breaking my back in school, because my bag was filled with books and heavy things, because I particularly that day brought my Warrior Cat books in to show them off to a friend. And, the weight of my backpack with me shoving and everything managed to be just enough to push this teacher aside. But, ow. Thank you, Ghost. But, after I pushed him out of the way, he, I can already tell you that it was embarrassing to go back into that class after all that happened, because the whole class was watching it go down. But once I walked out in the hall, I flipped him off, and I walked to the bus. And this is... I hate school, just for that exact reason. There is no way that sub would have went through every single kid's info in one day.
No, and they're not technically allowed to, because a lot of substitutes aren't actually employed by the school. They're employed by the school board, so they go to different schools. So they don't actually have access to, like, actual information on students, other than the names on the roster to do roll call to make sure everybody's there.
Yeah. I'm okay with a stirred sub that constantly gives you work and is constantly making sure you're busy, which is basically what Random's saying that she had. But, because yes, those get annoying because it's repetitive and I just realized I did not go back to the druid paddock, so I have to run back to the trailer.
Oh god, I did that, but thank god I was in the Hollow Woods.
I'm near Riding Hall, so I can just go to the Riding Hall thing, thankfully.
Oh, I'm at Jasper's.
Oh, hi.
Ah!
Even though I don't see you, we're gonna still say a distant hello.
Hello.
Hello. But, of course, I got in trouble. But the only thing I got in trouble for was flipping him off. That's the only thing I got in trouble for.
Because the sub was probably, like, acting all high and mighty and saying, oh, she was telling me that it's in her IEP that she gets to leave class 5 minutes early, but I know it's not. And he probably made a fool out of himself, and the principal was like, yeah, it is. It's in her IEP. She's allowed to leave class 5 minutes early. She's always been. And he made a fool out of himself, and then he probably went, well, she shoved me out of the way because I wouldn't let her leave the classroom, and then she flipped me off, and then the principal was probably like, yeah, she's only getting in trouble for one thing, and it's flipping you off.
The principal was probably like, the flipping off was a little overzealous, but she probably shoved you out of the way for fight or flight. And Isabel, my friend, she completely agreed with me on the whole scenario, not just because she was my friend, but also because she has never seen a teacher do that before.
Yeah, I'm so happy I never had to deal with, like, a teacher like that. But I did have, like, the only real in-class incident that I had was, like, at the very end of my senior year. And it was just because this girl in my class was being a dick and playing music and blaming it on everybody else in the class.
Oh, so one of those that she wanted to listen to music, but...
Yeah, but, like, bitch, just put headphones in. And so she was sitting behind me, and I literally went, oh, it's her. And she literally went, what the fuck? And I went, yeah, it's you. And everybody just kind of looked at me like, why would she say that? She doesn't talk. She doesn't do stuff like this. And
I was like, why is the quiet kid suddenly saying something?
Yeah, it was just like, I'm done. I finished all of my work. I do not care anymore. You do not scare me. And so I literally, we ended up in a yelling match. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna make your life live in hell.
All over music? That she could have just turned down?
Because I called her out. And she's like, I'm gonna make your life live in hell, you're gonna regret messing with me, yada yada yada. And I literally looked at her, and she's standing at the door, and I'm still sitting down, and I literally went, bring it, bitch. And everybody looked at me like, what the fuck? And so I'm still sitting, I haven't moved. And so,
this is one heck of a conversation we're deciding to have on stream.
Right? And so she angrily storms out of the classroom. And we had two teachers because I think one was like traveling around to different schools just to see how everybody teaches, I think is what she was doing. I'm not too sure.
Kind of like seeing if there's better ways she could teach kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. And so she's like blocking me into my seat. And I went, if you don't move, I'm going to move this desk. I need to leave. And she just kind of went, well, we can talk about this. And I went, if you do not move, I am moving something to leave. And she went, okay, and moved. And it probably didn't help that I was like probably like 3 inches taller than this teacher. So I'm towering over her like, move.
Yeah, that's one of those, so, yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with this student. They're clearly overpowering me.
Yeah. And so I left. And as far as I remember, the actual teacher of the classroom came out to the hallway, and I cry when I'm frustrated.
That's what I do. I think most people cry when they're that frustrated.
She came out and found me crying in the hallway. And so she's like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And she sent a friend out, and I think we spent like 10 minutes outside of class. And then, I think a week later, I don't remember who I heard it from, but the girl I got into a fight with ended up, I think either she dropped out or she got expelled for like multiple other reasons as well. And I didn't get in trouble.
I literally walked away. You shouldn't have. You just called her out on her bullshit.
I walked away from that scotch-free, and I was like, yeah, huh. But it also, I think part of that reason was because the teacher I also had the previous year, so she knew me. But I think like the funniest part of this whole thing was like in that same week I found out that this girl dropped out or something. Her twin brother came up to me and was like, I'm gonna make your life a living hell. And I literally looked at him and went, go for it. We have 3 weeks of school left. I could literally care less what you do. And he kind of just looked at me like, wait, whenever I say stuff like that, people are like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, what did I do? And you just kind of looked at me and went, bring it, bitch.
I love it when people give you, I love those kind of stories with bullies, where they'll go and be like, I'm gonna fight you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna make your life a hell. And you're just like, okay, have fun with that. It throws them off so much, and it is funny.
Yeah, I literally looked at him, and because I was doing makeup work. So the teacher had asked me, oh, can you send this boy down? He has a few things to do. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll let him know when I get back up there. And I'm pretty sure the teacher, like, used the phone to call into the classroom and be like, hey, can you send him down? So when I got back upstairs, he was, like, halfway down the hallway on his way down. And he looked at me like I killed his dog or something. And I went, really, dude? I could care less about you. I'm never gonna talk to you again. I do not care.
So, quote information just real quick. Don't jump the carousel at a canter with a frickin' perch on. They just can't jump high enough.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be doing that at a slow gallop now. I've had my fill of bad teachers. I think actually, he didn't really bully. He more used the victim card to bully me and my friend.
Yeah.
And I hate those kinds of people. And when it comes to my friends, if you piss me off enough, I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to punch you. I'm not going to do any of that. But I will tell you off and tell you to leave my friend alone in the nicest way I can. And if you won't listen after I tell you nicely, that's when I start getting into the higher ups and really making your life a living hell until you leave my friend alone. But this guy's name was Ben, and a lot of people are named Ben, so it's not really giving away anything. But he decided to try to stalk my friend. And everybody thought that he had a crush on her, and that's why he was stalking her. And my friend Isabel was getting really uncomfortable with it, and I think anybody would. I've gotten stalked before, and it's not, being stalked is not a good feeling, but this boy ended up Okay, one more mission, or not mission, training, and then we can move on. Remember, I have a slow level 6 horse. But I went over to him alone at first, and I asked nicely, I said, hey, can you please leave my friend Isabel alone? You're making her really uncomfortable. And he pulled the victim card of, I'm not doing anything. What am I doing? I'm not even stalking her. I don't even know her. His favorite was, I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? And I told him nicely, and I left it at that. Because I will try to be nice and avoid conflict. A conflict is my last option.
Yeah.
Because if you wait until your very last option, then that doesn't make you look like an asshole. It makes it look like you tried everything before it got to that point.
Yeah, you, like, literally went through a list of options, and then this was the last one.
You didn't know what to do, so you just kind of took matters into your own hands, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
But, this boy then tried to be even more annoying, and he's tried to sit next to us. And at first, I was okay. Yes, it bugged me a little bit because I knew the reason why he was sitting there, but I literally had Sarah, my friend Sarah, she plays SSO, by the way. My friend Sarah sat on one side of Isabel, and I sat on the other, so this boy could not sit next to her. So I was okay with him sitting there. And back then, my friend Travis, he even went like, you guys can sit here, but you have to sit all the way on the other end. Because we have somebody here that is not comfortable with you being here. And Ben, I was okay with it. Where are we going next, by the way?
I think Fishy wants a picture.
Fishy want picture? What kind of picture?
I don't know, can we get a pic real quick?
Yeah, I'm okay with getting a picture. I just want to make sure it's not a certain kind of picture that she wants. I'll let the stream go a little bit longer, depending on how we feel. After about 2.5 hours, because I don't want to go too long.
Yeah. Albino says I got out of school as soon as I could. Girl, same.
Once I was out of school, my parents recommended going, and I'm willing, but they recommended, and I'm guessing I'm going to stand in the middle.
Yeah.
They recommended me, the appy, stand on the wall, then you stand in the middle. Yep, okay. Let me try to straighten myself out real quick.
Well, I have to jump to get on this wall, so...
Oh, your horse is not wanting to climb up it?
Ew. Okay, I asked you to canter. It's not that hard. You are literally
Let's watch
just
Spider
doing it.
struggle for a second.
No, don't watch me struggle.
There you go. I took the easy wall. Yes, you did. While she takes her photo, I'm gonna keep an eye on chat just in case she asks us to do anything. Maybe move up a little bit to equal out with her more, or unless you are equal. There you go, you guys look pretty equal now.
Oh, I think I'm stuck now, so... Oh, there we go.
Ben, started listening in on our conversations. And Isabel was telling me that she was uncomfortable. And I told her it's going to be okay. He's not even sitting next to you. It's fine. If he tries anything, there are tons of teachers around, and there's us here to protect you if anything happens. And I managed to calm Isabel down enough until this boy decided to play victim again. He was listening in on our conversation and being like, I'm not going to do anything. If you weren't going to do anything, then leave her alone. At first, it was just him trying to sit next to us during lunch. And, where are we going now? Because she got it.
Observatory.
But he started off just kind of sitting by us to the point to where, and he would listen into our conversation all the time, to the point where I got up with my friend Sarah. Now, Sarah's very similar to you, Spider, in a way where she doesn't put up with shit. She's willing to go and fight somebody if it means protecting her friend. I'm the person that's more, I'll exhaust every option before I start a fight. And I literally, before this, asked the teachers, like, hey, please, I don't want Ben sitting at our table. He could sit anywhere else, but he sits with us. He listens in on our conversations, and some of them are private between us, and we are not comfortable with that. And one of my friends does not feel safe around him. He could sit anywhere else, just please not our table. That's all I ask. And of course, Ben the next day tries to sit at our table, and it was so satisfying to watch the teacher stop him. Because he's like, wait a minute, why can't I sit here? And I'm thinking in my head, because you are a stalker. But he sat not really across. You know how those cafeterias have the 2 lines worth of long tables setups?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we had. And there, we were on the left side, near down more towards the cafeteria, because we had a particular bench that we always sat at.
Yep.
It was like our table. But if somebody else sat there, it's not a big deal. Because, I mean, you can't really claim a table. It was just the table we normally sat at. There were a few times where we actually had to move to, like, the table or down or up because somebody else was sitting there. So we can't claim the table.
No, but you would always sit in that general area.
Yeah, because that was our spot. But he sat on the right and more towards the back. He would not leave Isabel alone, because after finding out that he was trying to listen into our conversations, I find out from Isabel that this boy has been following her to classes. I get social anxiety. And I'm bringing this up now. I get, like, maybe you're having social anxiety and you're just trying to get up the courage to talk to her and be friends with her. But if you wanted to do that, you wouldn't be doing it in the way that seems so stalkerish right now.
Yep.
If you honestly wanted to be friends with Isabel, if I honestly wanted to be friends with somebody, I would ask a teacher or one of the friends' friends, or just try to find a topic that we relate on over listening in on them for a little while, to see if I could find something to talk to them about. And I mean, listening in to a few words here and there is not a big thing. Because what I would listen into is I would try to listen for the word horse, more particularly my name, because of course you're going to notice your name. I tried to listen for horse animal names, dinosaur names, just anything that I would listen into the conversation, but I wouldn't remember what they said unless they mentioned something that would pique my interest, if that makes sense. So whatever they would say, I forget, like, for not even like 10 seconds, 5 or 10 seconds, if it wasn't important. Because I wasn't that person that would go and gossip in class. So
Yeah.
So I'm guessing the back on track next.
Uh-huh.
Where next?
Manor. Baroness and then Manor.
I love how people call it the racetrack. I know it as the back on track race because that's what it used to be called.
I'm pretty sure it's still called Back on Track.
It probably is. I just hear a lot of people say the Baronies race or the racetrack. I call it back on track race.
Well, we'll find out. Oh, I failed at that jump. I don't know. They might have changed it when they changed all the, like, original race names to, like, oh, first race, second race, stuff like that.
Yeah. But when I found out Ben was following her around, I told Isabel, just ignore him. Try to talk to a teacher. That's where I said, exhaust all your options before I get involved. I told her to go talk to her teachers or go talk to Ben's teacher. Talk to the teachers that know him. See if they can do something about it. And if they don't, then I'll do something about it. And the teachers just kept all giving excuses that Ben's just trying to be your friend. Ben just likes you. Ben just this. Ben just that. And I'm sitting there like, I don't care. It doesn't give an excuse for that asshole to be a creep. Explain to him that he's being a creep.
Unfortunately, teachers, especially when it was like...
I'm going to call for pickup because it's my home staple.
Yeah, you're fine. Especially when to the teachers themselves, it looked like this kid was just trying to be friends with you guys because they didn't know the full story. They're not really helpful. They don't.
Yeah.
It sucks to see, but because they don't see what you see or what like your friend went through. It's like, oh, no, Ben just wants to be her friend. It's like, no, he doesn't.
If I was a teacher and somebody was coming to that, I would confront Ben on it. If Ben said he didn't do it, then I would ask, how is he trying to be her friend? He would tell me, and I would try to teach him the proper way to go and try to make friends with somebody. That's how I learned. I didn't know how to make friends. I was really uncomfortable making friends until I had a teacher that taught me how to make a friend. Now, still nowadays, I get very creeped out because I'm worried about saying something that will come off wrong when I meet somebody new. But I think most of everybody worries about that. But the teachers weren't doing anything, so I grabbed my friend Sarah. I literally looked at Sarah and was like, you need to come with me, because if I go to this, I'm going to be way too nice. I need somebody that can put their foot down, basically.
Yeah.
And Sarah, she's like you. She had that tone of voice that could change on an instant. She can go from sweet, Sarah, couldn't hurt a fly, to, I'm going to fucking kill you.
Yep.
But, I don't think Sarah would actually hurt anybody. She just was very intimidating when she wanted to be. And she was like me. She wanted to ride horses. She absolutely loved them. I literally was talking about Star Stable one day, and she looked at me and was like, you play Star Stable? And I'm like, yeah, do you? And that's how we met. It got to the point where the teacher had to tell us to focus on work because we kept talking about Star Stable during class.
Nice.
But especially whenever new horses came out, I'd be like, are you going to get the new horse? She'd be like, yeah, I'm going to get this one. Which one are you going to get? I'm like, I'm going to get this one and this one. This one. It was so fun. But I took her with me. I did it more calmly. I sat down at the table he was at, 'cause nobody, not really any other people were there, which made me feel bad for him a little bit because maybe he felt lonely, but it still didn't give him an excuse to do what he did. So I sat down and I did it calmly. I went like, hey, Ben, I need to talk to you. And frickin' Sarah, this caught me off guard, but she slams her hands on the table and goes, yeah, we need to talk. And I even look at her with wide eyes. I'm sitting there like, I said I needed you, but not that extreme. We don't want him to make us think that we're going to kick his ass. I just want him to get a point. But we went to go talk to him, and we told him, hey, you're probably not meaning to, but Isabel is not comfortable around you. And I straight up asked him, are you trying to be friends with her? And he said yes. And I told him, well, this is not the way to do it because you are creeping her out. And I tried my best to explain to him the best way to become friends with her. And I even had to tell him straight up, she might not want to be friends with you. And you're just going to have to accept that. And then I started confronting him on the shit he's doing wrong, like following her to class, trying to listen in on our conversations, because around that time he would try to sit in the table behind us sometimes, and he would listen in on our convos, because he would randomly butt in about it. And he wouldn't like butt in if we started talking about a topic that he would like. He would butt in when we were specifically talking about him.
Yeah.
And he started his whole defense of, I didn't do anything, I didn't do that, I don't follow her to each class. I'm sitting there like, Isabel doesn't lie. Isabel's not the type to lie. She has the type of parents to where if she lied, she would get her ass whooped. She doesn't lie. Isabel's like, think of a person that's really sweet, and if you ask them to hit you,
oh yeah,
they
I have
go,
a friend like that.
And don't even like hit you, they just tap you with a fist.
I have a friend like that.
She wouldn't even hurt a fly. And I've seen Isabel both in her worst and her best. She is such a sweetheart, and she hates it when she blows up, because then she kicks herself in the ass for it like I do. She is such a sweetheart. And it made me even more protective, because I knew deep down she wanted to do something, but she didn't want to cause an issue. She didn't want to be a burden, so she didn't do anything.
She sounds like the type of person that, whether it's comfortable or not, she's just gonna sit down, be quiet, and
she's gonna
go
deal,
on
basically.
with her day.
Sit down and deal.
Yep.
But she did not have a good friend. And let's just say I didn't tell her to get rid of that friend, because I don't do that. It's not my choice who you be friends with. I can tell you that I personally wouldn't be friends with that person, but I'm not going to tell you to get rid of them as a friend.
Yeah.
If you want to hang out with them, go ahead. Just know I'm not going to want to hang out with them. So you're going to have to go hang out with them on your own terms. In your own time. Make time for us later kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, I told Ben just to straight up stop. If you're doing nothing wrong, then just stop talking to Isabel. And that's because he was playing a victim game. I didn't snap like I would with the whole sub, but I did kind of get more of a stern voice because I was getting tired of his shit. And I straight up told him, Isabel doesn't lie, Ben. Explain that to me, because in all the years I have known Isabel, and I've known her for at least 2 years at this point, she has never, ever lied to me. And I talked to her parents. I know her parents. She doesn't lie. So tell me why she would lie now. So we're going to, I guess, the paddock?
Yeah, we're just basically running.
Okay, then she'll follow you then, because you're just running off and she's following you.
No, I do that.
Hey, it's either you or me when we train. One of us ends up running off and into our little zone. And this is where Sarah starts getting annoyed and goes, Ben, stop lying. She straight up puts her hand up against the freaking table and says, stop lying. We know you're lying. And this is where I get sympathetic again, because my ass can't hurt a fucking fly either. Or, well, I could, but still. You know what I meant?
I'm gonna be that person. You flattered a fly earlier, so you could hurt a fly.
A fly, yes. But I wouldn't unnecessarily...
You couldn't hurt a person.
I wouldn't unnecessarily hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I don't like hurting people. But, I told Ben, I get that you're probably scared to admit it because you're afraid you're going to get in trouble, but Isabel doesn't lie. So we're just going to end this off here because I don't want to cause any issues. I'm just here to tell you to leave Isabel alone. Because she has tried being nice and it hasn't worked, so now I'm stepping in.
Yep.
And Sarah gave him such a glare. I could tell she wanted to say something, but I had to tell her, come on, Sarah, let's go. I had to tell her a few times because I could tell she wanted to say something to Ben, but I didn't want the teachers to think that we were going after him or bullying him, especially because she was slamming her hands up against the table. But we confronted Ben. Ben, again, played the fucking victim with us and said that we came after him when we didn't. Yes, Sarah was a bit overzealous, but she got her point across enough to where Ben did not bug Isabel for the rest of the year. Then he started getting a little smarter about it. He would go and follow Isabel around or bug her when I wasn't around. I think he was particularly scared of me and Sarah because we weren't falling for his shit.
Yeah.
So whenever I was at school, he wouldn't bug Isabel. Whenever I wasn't at school, I would ask Isabel, is Sarah there with you? And he wouldn't bug her because Sarah was there. But whenever me and Sarah were out of school, Ben would go and try to sit at the table. He would try to bug her.
Yeah, I'm definitely the person who's like, yeah, no, I will gladly hit this bitch and take a detention if it means protecting a friend.
I already had a bad record on me just because of my anger issues back then. I could not hit him. But I was enough to yell at him. I was really close to just screaming at him. But since clearly talking to this fucker wasn't work and telling the teachers wasn't working, because near the end of fucking the year when all this was happening, the teachers started letting him sit behind us again. Because around the year I told him he can't sit around us. because he will try his hardest to listen in on our conversation, and that makes me and a ton of other people at that table extremely uncomfortable.
No doubt.
Like, if you were listening in like I do, and let's say I started talking about warrior cats, which, let me tell you, random's really into, and he went like, you like warrior cats? I'd be like, yeah. And that would be a better way to make conversation and listen into a convo than be, like, listening in the whole thing. Because that way, if anybody asks me, have I been listening to the whole conversation, I'd be like, no, I just heard the word warrior cats, and you said it, so I assume that you like it.
Most of the time when it comes to, like, how you listen, is how a lot of people listen, is they always have, like, they're always listening to their surroundings. And in that way, they pick up on, you know, somebody next to them going, oh, I like warrior cats. Oh, I like dogs. Oh, I like chocolate. And you just kind of hear that keyword, dogs, chocolate, warrior cats.
Because it's something related to something you like.
Yeah, and then so you kind of perk up, and then you just kind of go, oh, are you guys talking about warrior cat?
And there's a possible friend right there.
Yeah, and you just kind of go, oh, I overheard you guys when you said you like to read the Warrior Cat series. And then
I really
you just kind of go,
didn't leave Pinky behind, or
they're hanging out here.
Okay, good. I don't want to leave him behind. All right, continue.
Well, it's more just the fact of, like, you can say, oh, I overheard this. I also like that. And even if they say, oh, have you been listening? And you can just say, oh, no, I was just, you know, waiting for, like, a lot of the scenarios is, oh, I was waiting for a friend to get here, overheard it as I was listening for them, type deal. And then they're just like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that way they don't think you're listening into their private convo. You can literally just said, hey, I was just sitting here reading my book or sitting here watching YouTube, and I overheard you talking about horses, and I really like horses.
Yeah, because you can only say, oh, it's our private conversation, depending on your volume level. Because if you go over a certain volume and multiple people are hearing you, it's no longer a private conversation.
Yeah, me and Isabel would whisper whenever we talked about Ben. That's how I knew, because he would try to get closer to listen in, and he would only react when we talked about him. He wouldn't react about anything else. It got to the point where everybody at that table hated Ben. To the point to where if he tried to sit by us, everybody would say, no, Ben. And he would get all freaking defensive and shit, but it's like, it was enough if more than one person doesn't want him there.
If the literal whole table that you sat with was like, no, Ben.
If it was somebody else,
wrong.
That's different. But it was Ben. Heck, I was even willing to be with sit next to Isabel's, like, terrible friend that I ended up showing her how bad she was, and she ended up getting rid of her herself. But Isabel, I'm even willing to sit next to her freaking bad friend than sit next to Ben, if that tells you anything. Everybody hated Ben, and Ben kind of did that to himself.
Oh, yeah.
Because we tried to teach him, we tried to work things out, it didn't work. So we took matters into our own hands, because clearly the teacher's going to be like, oh, but poor Ben's just this.
Yeah, and unfortunately, sometimes it is. You tried all your options, you tried the teachers, you tried talking to them. Sometimes you just have to have if it's like the friend group that knows the situation, have the friend group band together and be like, no, you cannot sit with us, and we will stick to that until the day we graduate.
Yeah. And whenever I was at school, I felt bad, but I basically had to pretend to be together with Isabel at that point. We weren't actually dating. We didn't actually tell anybody we were dating. I just had to give off that, you fuck with her while I'm around, and I'm gonna kick your ass 5. But, we tested it. because she went to go outside to take a breather because Ben was being an ass and she had a rough day already. And Ben got up and followed her out. So I'm sitting there like, I gotta get up and do something. So I didn't go after Ben. I'm not gonna purposely get myself into serious trouble unnecessarily. So instead I got out and I messaged Isabel about it and I went and walked with her. And we tested it out. There was this little like loop area where you could walk around. And I went to test to see if Ben was actually following her. And we went around that loop 3 times, and he was right behind us the whole entire time. Mm-hmm. I even made a sudden turn to see if he would follow us. He still followed us. So what do? My smart, petty ass starts talking shit. I literally say something along the lines of out loud and be like, if Ben tries anything, he will have to hear from me and Sarah. And now Travis. Because Travis didn't like him either. It literally got to the point where everybody would groan and sigh whenever he came around. But if he fucks with you, let me know and I'll put him in his place. I started basically saying that Ben better leave you alone or else I'll take matters into my own hands. And that eventually scared Ben enough to walk away. I felt so good about that.
Yeah. I'm just sitting there?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Isn't somebody still doing the races?
No, I think she finished.
Okay, let me check the time real quick.
It is 7:40.
Well, not that time. Alright, so since it's almost 3 hours, we'll go to 3 hours and then we'll end it.
How much longer is till 3 hours?
Like 15 minutes about there.
Okay. So we'll be ending around 8.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And honestly, I'll probably like continue training. Because I mean, I already have almost over my half of my races done. I might as well. So if Fishy, if you can hear me in call or in the stream, not in call. If you want to continue training with us after stream, you can. Because I'll most likely still be on, and I think Spider will most likely still be on as well.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, I think most of the stream has been us, like, basically giving story times with school.
It just has been SSO training and story time.
Pretty much. Getting the horses, SSO training, and story time. I'm trying to remember. I think, honestly, my best teacher that I have ever had. And God, I was so fucked up in the head back then. Because I had such anger issues. But, my favorite teacher was my, I believe, freshman and sophomore teacher. And her name was Miss Tamori. And oh my God, she is the most amazing teacher ever. I ended up snapping at her a few times, and I said some horrible things, but yet she still cared about me after all that. And she even helped me work through some of my anger, which was really nice of her. She didn't have to do that.
That's how you know the teacher loves their job and loves what they do.
She would literally go risk getting in trouble just to help us. She'd be like, the school system wouldn't have you guys do it this way, but we're going to do it this way instead. Just don't tell anybody.
This is our hush-hush secret.
Yes.
Shush.
I remember when literally students went, whenever we had cookies or anything else from the cafeteria, literally if nobody else wanted them and none of the rest of the class like got their lunch, she would literally, I would ask people, and there was this guy, I forgot his name, I think it was Xavier? I don't remember, but he literally would get up and go get another lunch just to give me the cookie. And a few other students would do that too. It was so funny because I would end up with like 5 cookies just for me. And then Mike, the assistant, and Mike was amazing. I think Mike was transgender. I'm not fully sure. But Mike, he even rescued a black beagle and brought it to school. It was so sweet. He's such a sweetheart, and he is a huge animal lover, too, which made me instantly connect with him. And he was autistic. I almost forgot about that. He was also autistic and working a job. If that doesn't say anything about autism, I don't know what does. But
it's incredible what people can do when they put their mind to it.
But with extra food that we weren't going to eat, he would literally take over to homeless people shelters or charities or stuff. He would go and give it to people that needed it so it wouldn't get wasted. He was such a sweetheart. I think my favorite, besides Mike, obviously, because he really helped me a lot with stuff. The other, I call them aides, student aides, I think is what we called them. I'm guessing we're going up here.
Yeah, you go do the race with Emma.
Okay. But, when I went back to El Dorado, and while I was in El Dorado, I forgot her name, but there was this student aide that literally was there for me through thick and thin, and she actually worked with me a lot. She didn't know English very well, but she was very much of that, okay, you don't like doing this way? Okay, let's try this way. See how this works. Does this make it easier for you?
She offered solutions to a difficult question.
I would be struggling with like a work or something. I remember I was in culinary and I was struggling, and she was sitting there looking at me, watching me struggling. She's like, what if you try this? And I tried it and it worked. She was so helpful. Now, yes, I got mad at her a few times and I got annoyed at her, but she gave off a very motherly vibe. You could tell she loved being around children. And I even told Isabel, you should get my age. She's amazing. But, the reason why I gave her, normally with people, if I do something very memorable, I will remember them and completely honor them forever because of this. Because of just something that they put up with me that I knew was hard. Or something that they did for me that was very meaningful. Like, back in the past, I think I have a story of me getting beat up in the group home as a video. If I don't, then I'll say that maybe in a later video. But the woman that jumped in and took hits for me, her name was Meadow. Remember her. I remembered her ever since, and I completely love her for jumping in and taking hits for me, because she didn't have to do that. Now I'm guessing we're going to the stable?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure she's following real quick.
Alright, well, while you do that, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay. But just to continue with you guys. She ended up helping me through, and if anybody's a female, well, you'll understand this. She helped me through that time of the month. Just particularly one month, I had a really, really painful day. To the point where I was literally puking in the school bathroom. And I puked in the school bathroom twice. And it wasn't something I ate, because I only ate toast that day, and I always eat the toast for breakfast, and I've never puked it up, and it's never made me that sick. But, Golden Stables. One in particular day, when I was just in excruciating amounts of pain, this woman literally sat by my side and comforted me. And she even, gave me suggestions on how to reduce the pain other than pills. She went have you tried eating stuff with high iron? Have you tried this? Have you tried that? And, yes, I was mad, because I know at one point I told her, I'm just in pain, just give me a minute. And I said it, of course, a lot sterner than that. And she straight up just shut up and gave me a few. And I told her I really don't feel well. And this woman waited it out with me 30 minutes sitting on a picnic bench. And this was a picnic bench in the school campus. And I was finally able to get up enough strength to get up and go to the nurse. Because she said I looked pale. I did not look like I was good, like, at all. So I went to the nurse took my temperature. I don't remember if my temperature was really high or really low. I don't think it was, but they ended up calling my parents anyway, and I told my mom what I was feeling. And I knew I was sick because the moment I walked into the room where my parents were to pick me up, they said that I looked really pale. If somebody does something for me and it's really meaningful for me, or they put up with my shit when they didn't have to, it's one of those things where they get like some serious respect from me. Because if they didn't have to do that and they did it anyway, proves how much they care. Okay. We have to wait for Spider to get back. So I'm gonna search for stuff. Oh, look, trash. Yeah, besides the Marwari that I got today, this is the only other one I need to train. I believe that's Crystal Flower. I forgot your name. I know his nickname is Sully. I don't... yeah, I have you. I just forgot your name. Her name is Dark something. I think it's Dark Angel.
I'm back.
Desert Ninja. Hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
Let's go do races.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Fishy already started them up.
That is completely fine.
Yep. I'm okay with training with people just as long as they don't get too far ahead of me and they are willing to wait. I really want to take a photo of this horse while we're here though, because the golden just backdrop matches so perfectly with buckskin horses.
Yep. Oh, okay. Just don't jump that. That works too.
Oh, basically what I told him is that aid, just basically I was on that time of the month, and in that particular month I was just in a lot of pain to the point to where I was very sick and I could not keep anything down for like 3 days.
Ooh.
I could barely drink water without throwing that up or having the high feeling of it. And she basically sat with me on a picnic table where people eat their lunch until I was okay enough to go to the nurse. She put up through my pain-filled anger and frustration at my freaking body until I was able to go to the nurse. And I ended up puking in the fucking bathroom twice, the school bathroom. And that was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, it happens. I remember. I think the only time. I honestly, I think the only time I've ever like thrown up in school was like 6th grade. And I just woke up not feeling the greatest, but went to school anyway. And after second period, my teacher's like, okay, we have to... I had academic support help. Like, I had a teacher help. And she was like, okay, we have to go to the next class. Or either we were going to the next class, or we were going to her room for like a free period to do like extra work. And so I looked at her and went, I do not feel good. I need to go to the nurse. And I mean, she wasn't the worst, but she also wasn't the greatest. So she just kind of looked at me and went, "No, you're fine. We can go to my room." And before I could even say the next words, I literally threw up in the hallway.
Oh.
I looked at her and went, "No, I need to go to the nurse." And she's like, "Yes, yes, you do." And I went, "Yeah."
Like, believe me now that I had to puke up chunks,
Literally, now that all my throw up is on the floor.
that now the custodian has to clean.
I know, I felt so bad. It was a Friday too, so I was like, "Yeah, okay."
Good thing you'll be able to rest at home.
Right?
It's just certain moments where you just know that you need to go home.
Yeah, because you know your body.
Your body's basically, bitch, you should not be here. You should be
Yep.
at home, in bed, sleeping.
Yep.
Which is very much how my body was. I have a bad habit of pushing myself, and I still kind of do it, just not as bad. But I would get sick, but I would be that person that'd be like, nope, I need to get this done. And I'd force myself to get it done before, or at least mostly done. And if I have been sick for a while, my body is basically almost forcing me to rest. It will literally get to the point where my body will forcefully make me get a huge headache. I'm really nauseated and dizzy, so that way I'll lay down.
Yep.
I overexert myself sometimes, and it's a bad habit, but I kind of got it from my mother. Because if you don't get it done now, it's not going to get done later, so...
Yeah.
I just noticed something.
Hmm.
The Percheron's front legs kind of glitch a little bit when they jump.
Yeah, I think that's been like that since they were released.
I probably mentioned it, like, at some point when they were released while training Nemesis or something.
Probably.
Now that I'm training this one, it's probably going to make me want to train my other ones. But I mean, I'm kind of training this one for stream, and I'll be honest, I'll probably either end up maxing this one right away, or going right back to my Hanoverian. I have to wake up at 6 in the morning tomorrow, because I have to go to my writing lesson.
You got horse riding.
It'll be worth it, though. I get to ride Jasper around. Okay, let me check the time.
It is 7:56.
Not that time.
I'm still telling you that time.
Oh, Belia Willows, even though it's probably too late, says bye. So they said they have to go.
Well, bye.
Alright, let me look. Oh yeah, it's about to hit 3 hours. So let's do a whole little goodbye. Come.
Guys. Red train. Oh, I am floating.
Yeah.
Stop floating.
Your horse says no. Come, children.
Come, children.
Yes, come.
Come. Here. Come, little children.
Anyway, so we're gonna end the stream here. It did kind of go for an hour longer than we expected. So I guess I might as well tell you the description. Take out the exceed. Won't exceed 2 hours. I cannot English right now. Holy crap. Why I know English. But anyway, we will see you guys in the next stream. That will be tomorrow. I will be streaming The Sims 4 Pets, I believe part 2, for about 2 hours. So if you guys want to be a part of that, please keep an eye out between 3 and 5, once again. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye.